Welcome to Orange Picks. Today we will present you the 10 best movies available on Netflix, Hulu, and Prime Video. If you're getting lost in the endless options on the screen, don't worry, because today we've found the best of the best from these three platforms. The movies I've selected will keep you glued to your couch and offer you an unforgettable experience. Now, a long night awaits you. Here are 10 movies to watch breathlessly, selected from hundreds of movies.
I have, like you, heard the tall tales told about the Marsh Girl.
Where the Crawdads Sing tells the story of a woman who was left without a family as a child and grew up on her own. In Barkley Cove, a small town in North Carolina, there are wild rumors about a swamp girl. Forced to learn to live in the swamp after her parents abandoned her at the age of 10, Kia is not the wild girl she is made out to be. Her life changes forever when she meets Tate, who teaches her to read and write and introduces her to poetry. After all this time, Kia becomes the prime suspect in Tate's death.
Please, we can't let it happen again.
Whatever happens, we're gonna get through this together.
Wolf Garden is a werewolf horror thriller that tells the story of a man who goes to an isolated hideout haunted by images of his lover Chantel and a mysterious creature in the nearby woods. It is a psychologically rich and atmospheric film that breathes new life into werewolf movies. Wayne David does a great job as both actor and director. The suspense and mystery of the movie keeps the audience in suspense until the end.
But you do, deep down, you know. I love you so much.
No!
We got your friend!
In Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, the spooky comic events that happen to Tucker and Dale on their adventure are transferred to the cinema. A group of college prep students will become a nuisance to our heroes, and Tucker and Dale's deadly struggle against evil will begin. This movie, which contains both chilling horror elements and laughter storms, tries to appeal to fans of the genre as a horror comedy.
Don't use that!
Let's get you down from there.
Wait!
Sorry about that.
This vacation.
What else?
चाकू से
जी चाकू से
Vad is a thriller that tells the story of a retired teacher who is driven to murder by a loan shark who is mired in debt and threatens his family. The movie, which reflects on the screen how precious and ordinary life is, locks the audience to the screen with its gripping and realistic atmosphere. It is a successful production that aims to address the causes of the corrupt system.
तो इनको मारना जरूरी है
Know that dealing with overwhelming grief day after day can make you feel like you are insane. Because we have all been there. We are all still there.
Rebroken, Will is a washed-up father and spends his time drinking. He repeats this cycle of despair every day until he meets a mysterious stranger who gives him an old record. After listening to the recordings, Will suddenly starts receiving messages from his recently deceased daughter. As the communications from his daughter become more and more frequent, Will begins to suspect that the counseling group has ulterior motives. Will must race against time to find this stranger in order to get the last recording.
Eliza, hurry.
The Shape of Water follows Elisa, a lonely girl living in Cold War-era America. With a quiet, routine life, Elisa works as a cleaner in a secret and high-security government laboratory. But one day, Elisa's life changes when she and her co-worker Zelda discover a secret government experiment. Realizing that a humanoid creature imprisoned in water is being used in a cruel experiment, Elisa begins to communicate with it.
If I told you about her, what would I say? I wonder.
We want to
underscore again that we're coming to Chicago peacefully, but whether we're given permits or not, we're coming.
We're going to Chicago to protest the Vietnam War.
The Trial of the Chicago 7 is a historical drama film about the trial of 7 anti-Vietnam War activists accused of conspiracy and rioting across state lines for their involvement in violent protests at the 1968 Democratic National Convention. It is a movie that tells a historical event in a fluent and impressive way and impresses with its acting.
Is it worth you? What's your price? To call off the revolution? My life.
What's the box?
That was at the other house.
Oh my God. Baby, what did you see?
Hugh, what did you see?
We don't even belong here.
Coherence, a group of friends get together to have dinner. It is clear that the dinner will be enjoyable because a comet will pass very close to the Earth that night. However, this ordinary situation will also give the night an extraordinary aspect. During dinner, the electricity goes out. When they look around after this mishap, they realize that the lights are still on in a mysterious house. This realization foreshadows the interesting events they will witness.
When you say...
If you are tired of searching for the best movie, why don't you put me to work for you? Let me do the work for you and pick the best from every genre every week. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. It's great to work for you.
But I don't know who it is that I'm looking at.
Do you walk dogs?
Yeah, I do.
Maybe you could walk my babies?
Nitram is a young man living with his parents in the suburbs of Australia in the mid-1990s. Living a life of isolation and frustration because he never fits in, Nitram unexpectedly befriends Helen, a reclusive heiress. But when this relationship meets a tragic end and Nitram's loneliness and anger grow, catastrophic events begin to unfold. Ittifaq is a thriller that tells the two different stories between Vikram Sethi, a famous writer whose wife was murdered and is on the run from the police, and Maya, a young housewife who claims to have helped him. It is a surprising and cleverly constructed movie that keeps the audience in suspense from start to finish. Despite being a remake of the 1969 movie of the same name, it is a production that has achieved originality.
उस रात वहां पर कोई और भी था।
And that's it. We shared the top 10 best movies on Netflix, Hulu, and Prime Video with you. We hope this list has inspired you to have an enjoyable movie experience. If you liked the video and the list, press the like button. As movie enthusiasts, we look forward to bringing you more. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for new movie recommendations, platform updates, and more. See you in our next video.